Hello my dear friends, hope you all be fine and doing well. Thank you so much for joining me again. Thank you so much for joining in your channel. My dear friends, today in this video I am going to show you how you can trap your opponent in a best way and checkmate easily. So if you interested in the games that you should trap your opponent and checkmate him easily, so I'm suggesting you this trap, and this one is very fantastic and it is worth to watch. So my dear friends, for example, if your opponent pushed the pawn into d4, if your opponent pushed the pawn into d4, and here you just simply trap him by pushing the pawn into e5. When your opponent is seeing that you push the pawn for free, so he is going to take it by his pawn. So now you should attack to this pawn by taking your knight into c6, attacking to this pawn into e5. So usually your opponent is taking his knight to f3 because of protection of the pawn into e5. For example, if you take this pawn by your knight, so your opponent can easily take it. So now you should force it again by taking your queen into e7 and also bring too much pressure on the pawn into e5. So when your opponent is seeing this move, so majority of the players, they are also defending by taking the bishop into f4. When you see this fantastic move, so now you have the best move, and the best part of video will be starting. So now you have the best move in here, and the best part of video is going to be started, and that is very fantastic. So my dear friends, can you find the best move in here for black? If you have this opportunity to play with your opponent and you have the black pieces, and if it is your turn, what you play? So my dear friends, the first move in here for black is giving check by queen into b4. When you are giving this check, so my dear friends, be careful, your opponent cannot push the pawn into c3 because you have in here two options. The first one is taking the bishop by your queen, and the second one is taking the pawn by your queen. For example, if he takes his knight into d2, so in here again you are taking the pawn. So you know that in this situation you are slightly better and you are winning the game easily. But the best move in here is to taking the bishop, and also it is a very good option for you. That's why your opponent is not pushing the pawn into c3, and maybe your opponent, because of saving his bishop, he is taking his bishop back into d2 and protecting from his pawn. So in here, my dear friends, the best move for black is to take the pawn by your queen. So now you are attacking to the rook. So usually lots of players, they are attacking in this way, taking the bishop into c3 and attacking to your queen. In this purpose, for example, if you take, so he is taking your queen. So in this purpose, they are taking the bishop into c3 and attacking to your queen and activating his bishop. So my dear friends, the best move in here again is coming, and these traps are in a chain, in a line, step by step is coming, and that is taking your bishop into b4 and pinning the bishop of your opponent. Now your opponent cannot take your queen by his bishop because you pinned his bishop. So in here, your opponent is taking his queen into d2 and protecting his bishop. So now you have fantastic move, and that is taking the bishop by your bishop. So your opponent in here cannot take it by his knight because you are taking the rook and giving check. So that's why he is taking if he takes by his queen. Now you have checkmate in only one move. Yes, bravo. And that is giving a final check into c1, giving a checkmate. Now your opponent has not anywhere to go. So thank you so much, my dear friends, for watching this fantastic video, and I hope you enjoyed from watching this video. If you're interested in this video and the contents that I am making, please share it with your friends, subscribe the channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon. So in this way, you are motivating me to make lots of good videos in the future. So thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.